Hey guys, it's Stacy with Chapter Chick. Today I will be doing a book haul as promised. It's about 20 books. First two I got from the same series and I'm loving this series so far. The first one is Starters by Lisha Price. And then the second one in the series is Enders, and that's what that looks like. It's a dystopian world. The main character's name is Callie, and there's something that happened called the Spore Wars, this virus that killed everyone between the age of 20 and 60. Callie and her brother are orphans because both of their parents have died in the Spore Wars, and Callie feels like it's a responsibility to take care of her little brother, so what she does to help support him is that she goes to Prime Destinations. At Prime Destinations you can rent your body out. Now I know this sounds very strange, and I thought it was a very strange concept when I first started reading it, but what they do is they put a microchip in your head, and basically an elder, somebody who wants to be young again, can then be transported into your body. Really cool concept. It's very dark and I really like this series so far, so definitely check it out if you're looking for a good dystopian. And I will review those later. I just wanted to give you a little tidbit of it. Blood Brothers by Sherry Graham. And Sherry Graham is actually a friend of my father's out here where I live, and there's some mound systems out here, and she was out here doing research for her new book, and my dad loves mound systems. He goes and he visits them all the time and looks for artifacts. So he met her, and then through conversation she found out about us and she came over to our house. It was a really nice little visit. She gave us a copy of her book to review. She was a very nice lady, and she even sat at the dining room table and pulled out her book, and he was reading some passages from it for us. I am part Native American. I'm always looking for stories that have Native American roots in it. The ones that I have read have been very disappointing and very misleading, not really set much in fact but more set in fiction. She does a lot of research on this, and it's about the Native Americans around this area, and it sounds really interesting. There's this tribe, and the young prince of that tribe, he wants to become a medicine man, so he goes on an adventure to where the land of the giant witches to try to learn their trade secrets. I don't know if you ever heard about the legends of skinwalking, but certain Native Americans believe that they could turn into certain animals. I even asked her, do they have to have their hide to do so, because I know that's rooted in a lot of legends, but she said no, and it's like they get to walk in astral planes. Spying on the old wolf family, and he falls in love with the blue-eyed daughter. Scribed by Antonio Guerdo. This is what it looks like. I received this one from Amazon actually to review. It's from the Wonderkind PR We Grow Authors company. The main character's name is Teresa, and she is practicing to become a scribe. Basically exactly what it sounds like. She works with parchments, she makes up documents, things of that nature. A tragedy happens upon her family where she must flee, drifts as a fugitive until she meets a monk who has ties with the king, and she thinks that maybe she could get in as a scriber there, and then she finds out there's dangerous secrets in the scribes at the palace that were written by her father. Sounds like it's right in the time period that I really like, that medieval time period. I'm going to run through the boring ones real quick, the ones I can't really talk about because they're part of a series and I don't want to spoil anybody. Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick. This is the third one in the Hush Hush series. Sure by Lauren Kate. This is the fourth one in the Fallen series. I've been kind of reading these series side to side for a couple years now, and the Fallen series has always by far been my favorite over the Hush Hush series. But around mid-series, Fallen took a big downturn for me, and Hush Hush actually started to get better. So right now, currently, Hush Hush is beating Fallen for me big time. Everlasting by Alison Lowell. This is the sixth one in the Immortal series. Evermore, the first one, I thought it was very unique. But the series has just taken a huge plummet since then. If this book is amazing and the whole series turns around to really wrap up nicely in this book, and it just is the best book ever, it still will not make up for the tragedy which is the rest of the books in the series. It's too set in the romance. The romance is the main part of the story. The romance is the only thing in the story, and nothing, other things do happen, but it always comes second to the romance, and I don't like books like that. Just for Fins by Tara Lynn Childs. This is the third book in the Forgive My Fins trilogy. Also looking forward to getting this one over with. Mermaid series are not my thing, and I just don't know what it is about them that I just can't get into. It's tragic, I know. Hidden by Sophie Jordan. This is the third one in the Firelight series, and I actually really like this series. It seems like most of the series I'm trying to finish up are series that I don't like, and that's why they've been open and sitting on my shelf forever, because I just really don't like them and I just want to get them out of the way. But I generally like the Firelight series, about a girl who can turn into a dragon. There's a whole dragon world. It's very interesting, very fun. Highly recommend it so far. Intrinsical by Lonnie Woodland. The main character is a girl named Yara Sylvia. Her family has this gene called the Walker gene, which makes it so that her family can see and communicate with ghosts. One day when she's at her Ivy League school, she sees a dark, mysterious mist start attacking one of the students, and then she realizes the gene has kicked in. It makes her look stupid in front of everybody else, but she stumbles upon a century-old curse that is Indelible by Dawn Metcalf. This is book 1 in the Twixt series. I love this cover. Look at that rose. I love roses, and I love the color scheme of it. Our main character is a girl named Joy Malone, and one day at a party, she sees this mysterious boy come up to her, and what does he try to do? He's got all black eyes, and he moves across the room right before the mysterious boy tries to cut her eye out. Instead of actually succeeding in cutting her eyes out, he accidentally marks her as property of the indelible ink. So now Joy must pretend to be and part of this underground creepiness. She must pretend to be one of Ink's chosen ones, his helper, his lover. She has to go along with this because it could mean death for her if she doesn't. I've been looking for this copy of Coraline forever. I finally found it. Look at it! Look at the pictures. It's so beautiful. So if you don't know anything about Coraline, it's an extraordinary fairy tale about this girl named Coraline. She finds this mysterious locked door. She goes to the locked door, and on the other side there is an apartment just like hers, except for the food tastes better. The parents there, they want to change her and keep her forever. So it's like a whimsical, dark fairy tale. I was blessed enough to be able to meet Anne Rice. A bucket list thing. I will never forget it. Her new novel, which is The Wolves of Midwinter, and this is basically the Wolfman story. She did vampires, now she's doing wolves. I love her writing. She has the most pretty little dainty signature. She was on tour with her son. His name is Christopher Rice, if you guys are curious. He was very good looking. I was shocked. Picture of him of what he looks like. He was very attractive. This picture does not do him justice. I was very shocked about how attractive he was. Snow Garden by him. 3 freshmen are at their university college when a terrible snowstorm hits. Kind of isolated them within the college, and pests come back to bite the boys in the butt, and it sounds very maybe Lord of the Flies-ish. The last 5 books of the haul, Girly and Scream. These are the books that I asked for Christmas from my parents, and they were nice enough to buy them for me for Christmas. I'm so excited. Barnes & Noble Leather Bound Classic is set. I haven't even opened these since Christmas because I've been waiting to do it with you guys. Aren't you so proud of me? So this one is pink. I really like the pink. The Mad Hatter is on the back. I know the new one's not pink. It's more classy looking than this one, but I just love the whimsical feel of this. Oh my god, look at the inside. So this is what the inside looks like. Oh, too cute. I got all girly. I'm sorry, I squeal. And that's the back cover. The Alice in Wonderland I read from Borders did not have the illustrations in it. Look at how gorgeous. Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. Homer is not a real person, if you guys didn't know that. A history teacher, and he really believed that a child should never open a book in class. So what he would do, I loved him, we called him Mr. B. What he would do is he would literally act out the stories in front of the class. He would even tape it, so people who missed class that day, because he didn't believe in books, there was no reading material that you could read if you missed the class. But he had a lot of famous parts that he did. Like, people would look forward to the days where, like, oh, is he doing the Barbie bit today? And, you know, we heard about the Barbie bit from all the other older classmen, but we never experienced it for ourselves. So it's like we would go to class because we didn't want to miss Barbie Day in Mr. B's class. But when he told the Odyssey, the part with the Cyclops, he had Barbies and he had ketchup bottles behind them, so he would go around the room smacking them against the wall and ketchup would squirt everywhere. Oh, it was so much fun. The reason I love the Odyssey so much is because I have the fondest memories of him telling us the story. I haven't actually read it myself because I just remember so vividly him reading it to me when I was in the 5th grade. There's the back. There's the side, and then it's got a map of Greece on the inside. The Star Wars trilogy. I love Star Wars. Study hall with one of my good friends named Red, and he was obsessed with Star Wars, and I'm like, okay, we had nothing else to do. I'm just like, explain Star Wars to me, because I didn't understand the whole numbering. Darth Vader on the front, the side's pretty good, and look at the back, and look at the inside. Oh my gosh, so cool. I'm freaking out right now. Ah! And look at the back, it's different. I always get slack when we talk about the classics we love. And somebody always yells at us in the comments and says, what about Sherlock Holmes? Well, we've never read Sherlock Holmes, but that's about to change because I got the complete works of Sherlock Holmes. Him and his pipe and the smoking gun on the front. This is the side. The back is very beautiful with all this gold inlay. Look at the inside. Oh, it's plaid. Look at that. Is the back the same? Yep. Plaid. I like that. The complete tales and works of Edgar Allan Poe. I'm an Edgar Allan Poe freak. I've already read his works. I already have a very nice edition from Borders up there that's black and gold. If I find a gorgeous edition of his complete works, no matter how many editions I have, I will get it. That's how obsessed with Edgar Allan Poe that I am. I just really like the black and the red scheme of this. Back is just all scribbly red. There's like a really cute, creepy picture in the O. Not very impressed. No. I don't understand what that means. It's just red and black. Simple but understated, I guess. See, this is where my other edition kicks this edition's butt. My other edition has the actual artwork that goes with it. I'm not sure the name of the artist. He's very popular. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the bottom, but I can't remember his name now. But he did make some very beautiful, very creepy, very eerie drawings to go along with Edgar Allan Poe's work, and I love them. I think that every edition of Edgar Allan Poe should have those paintings in it. They complement the stories very well. They go hand in hand. And I'm very disappointed that this edition does not have those in it. If you've been peeking over my shoulder in this haul, you notice that there's some more books back there. But those are not for me, my friends. Those are for you. Those are the books for the contest that we will be announcing this Friday. So please keep an eye out for that if you hadn't heard it in our comeback video. Now guys, that was my haul. I know it's not as big as my usual ones, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyways. Yeah, and I'm really glad to be back, you guys. I've really missed you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching my haul, and see you guys on Friday. Bye guys.